all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what?
A month or two from now, the chilly hand of winter will certainly seize upon the Midwest, but for now, it's a great afternoon for football at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Houston Texans. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
You're set. 19. Check 53. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Let him go.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Watson going to give this one to Miller. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action from Miller. Now Watson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. It's complete. Stills. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The first carry now. This is Johnson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A big run there by Johnson. 49 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Carlos Hyde, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Mike, 55. Bravo. 55. Second turn, defense. Second turn, defense. You got to go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. That's complete to Sterling. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac. but you trade sixes for threes, things are going to work out in your favor.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Pick me up. Here we go. Check 3.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Chiefs 3.
Go, go, go.
On second down, Johnson. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On second down, it's Johnson. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Ron Thornhill. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Twist. Yellow. Twist. Attack. Alpha. Check right. Watch it divide. Watch the screen.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, Williams. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They find some open field here. And there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. In that last touchdown drive, they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes, he's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, 83 yards. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Wow. Who? 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Hey, 41 Mike, 41 Buzz. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. As time expires in the first half, the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Again, it's Williams. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Yellow. Let's go, blue lady.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Hey, 43. Check right. Watch it. Hey, rip lift.
Zoom, fellas, let's go. Check 55.
Yellow.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless, barreling in for the sack.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Carter. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he finds Stills, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson on 1st down. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Switch. Wide, get wide. Slam.
Check nine.
Running from the gun, Johnson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He is brought down by Kendall Ford. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Again, it's Johnson. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
A 5
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you put in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The dump off good for 8 there on first down.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Hey, pick your game up.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Favorite.